Come in.
Hi. How are you? Michelle Edmonds, DHL Express. How are you today?
I'm good. Selena, how's your day?
I'm good. Thank you so much.
Great.
Here's my business card.
Thank you so much.
May I have a seat?
Yeah, please, of course.
Thank you. So how's your day going today?
It's going great. Actually, super sunny, super beautiful. I got some good news. So before I mentioned, we're obviously working on some new contracts and new relationships. So first things first, we actually closed a contract with Mexico. So that's more opportunity to discuss officially now when it comes to importing. So we're going to be importing some ski equipment. Right now we're on a piloting phase, so we just want to make sure the quality is good. So right now it'll be minimal. And then secondly, we actually closed a contract for the Olympics. So
awesome.
we will be shipping not necessarily out, but we will be still working with that Chinese manufacturer there in China. Obviously, logistically, it just kind of makes sense because it's in Beijing. I don't want to accrue costs just to bring it in and send it out. So I plan on just kind of going out there and making sure the product's to its quality.
Makes sense. Before anything, I just want to make sure that because I got these for you, these are a personalized gift that DHL just wanted to give you.
Awesome!
Because
this is awesome.
Thank you. I know you guys work in car racings and stuff, so I thought that would be a perfect fit, and it represents the tools that DHL Express can give you shipping internationally. And just anytime you use it, I hope you remember. Yes, they're pens. They're pens.
This is awesome.
So anytime you use them, I hope that you remember that we're here to help you and give you resources that you need.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem.
Perfect.
So before we get started, I always like talking to people. And last time I talked to you, you spoke about how you were trying to do something with your children last weekend. How did it go with little Susie and Bobby?
It went really well. Obviously, they're just kind of having fun with the nice weather that's out here. Obviously, Miami gets a little warm during the summer, so the nice sunny days around like these time of year is really nice, and we get out in the park and. I don't know, it's always good to get out and just hang out with them when I can. But with the Olympics coming up now I'm just frantic, and I want to make sure we got things going well here in the office as well at home. So.
Speaking of the Olympics, didn't Shaun White just win a gold medal with some of your products with his ski uniforms?
Yes, you watched the Olympics then?
I'm really into the ice skating. I think it's really beautiful.
Yeah, right?
But the Shaun White, I just think he's hilarious.
So he's a legend. So the fact that he obviously not only just wears our product, but supports our product, and I have relationships all throughout the network since back yonder when I obviously was competing. I'm just so happy that he's obviously just a really good person, and he's a really good representation of our brand too as well.
Yeah, so. No, of course. I hope.
Thanks for noticing.
No problem. I hope to meet him one day.
Oh, me too. So hopefully, if everything works out, who knows, and we're in Beijing, we can obviously make sure we can get things ready to go. But
if anything, the next Olympics.
Right.
I'll be there the next
Very
Olympics. So from last time, I remember speaking to you, and you were having a couple of issues.
Yeah.
So if it's all right with you, I'd like to set an outline for today's meeting where we can go over the last issues and see if you have any more issues, and then sorry. Yeah. And then you can tell me if any new ones have come up in the last week.
That's great.
How does that sound?
Great. Sounds great to me.
Awesome. Do you mind if I take notes?
Please do.
All right. Thank you. And also, is there anyone else that needs to be here today with us?
Right now, it's me, but because of the Olympic situation, my partner may have questions down the road, but based on essentially what I have to learn here, those questions might be answered, maybe not, but right now, at least I'm the main decision maker.
Of course. And let me give you another business card, so that way when you do reach out to him, you can always feel free to reach out and contact me, email, phone, whatever it is, I should get back to you within the first 24 hours.
Perfect. Thank you.
So, yeah, no problem. So from last time, from what I remember, your issues were you had delayed packages and you actually lost a customer. You had issues because you cannot track your packages, and also you want to work on your e-commerce. Is that right?
That is very true.
Right. Is there anything else that has happened in the last week?
So obviously we lost a lot of money financially last year. We just recently lost $20,000.
$20,000?
Yeah, I know. So I really need to get this change, this transition going on, and I want to make sure everything's working. I've been using multiple couriers since a lot of these issues been happening. So not only was it just financially we had a loss, but they were two skiers that I've had long-term relationships with, and we're still friends, but when it comes to essentially the product, they need to make sure our product's dependable.
Of course.
And because of the service we've been getting, unfortunately, our reputation's getting affected. And with the elevation of promotion and growth we're about to get with the Olympics, I need to not have that as an issue anymore.
Of course, it makes total sense. And if you don't mind me asking, how many carries do you have?
About 3.
3? Okay. 3 carriers. And if you don't mind me asking also, who are the 3 carriers?
FedEx, UPS, and TNT.
Okay.
So how it's working right now is we are essentially, like I said, the services are just kind of everywhere. Actually, Global Courier Services was part of that third piece too, because TNT and FedEx are kind of together, but we're just kind of quoting around. So I really need a consistent price. I really need something that I can really forecast and budget on.
Okay.
So I'm hoping DHL can give me some answers.
Yeah, no, of course, and I'm here to help you with that. And so I just want to make sure I'm going through everything. You want to go through delayed packages and how to fix that. You want to go through tracking on how to fix that. E-commerce, and you also want to go over really that you have 3 carries and you lost $20,000 last year. That's a significant amount of money.
I know. The fact that we had the positive news that we have is so uplifting because we've been having a really rough year and a half, and I think my business has worked so hard, the employees within my business have worked so hard that these types of issues should really not be a regular, frequent part of our business model.
No, yeah, of course, and I can see where that can be absolutely frustrating for you and your customer.
Yeah.
Okay, so to just really get into it, you said that you lost $20,000, but why did you lose those customers?
The delays.
The delays?
Loss, the inconsistency, and just really not me having the communication from my courier on what was going on with the situation. So the lack of communication was just as frustrating as well.
Makes sense, that's perfect. And with those delays, how many customers did you lose? Did you say 2 or 3?
2 in the last year.
2?
But beforehand, with the $100,000, that really hit us hard. So we probably lost maybe a good handful or so.
Oh wow! And how many do you think you would lose this year or next year if that keeps happening to you?
At this rate, probably 3, 4 per year, and
a year.
It just seems that way, the way things are going. If they're not gonna obviously change their process, and shame on me for obviously continuing with that, but right now with the expansion and what we're trying to do, we obviously couldn't go through a big transition. So that's why this meeting's that important.
Yeah, and if that keeps happening, do you think your boss or manager will tell you something about that? If all those customers are lost?
My boss is CEO, so at this rate, he's gonna be well aware, and it's one of those things where I really appreciate my employees. They work hard. We believe in our product. We love our product. I have obviously a personal connection to the markets that we work with. So the fact that I can't obviously deliver on my promise is something that reliable racing, first of all, it's in our name. We want to make sure that our product's getting there. We're building that customer relationship and we're staying consistent.
Of course. Let me show you something really quick. So you said you're losing customers because you're getting lost or stolen packages.
Yes.
Well, here at DHL, we have a 97% reliability rate. So that's not going to happen.
Okay.
If it is, it's very slim to none that's going to happen. And it's also with international, so 97% international shipments are arriving on time.
Okay.
And we also, I know it says here Mexico is for international, so overall in general.
Got you.
And yeah, so we're with Mexico, and I know how you said you're trying to expand with Mexico, and we're already in that business, and we actually have the largest call center in Latin America already in Mexico, where we process 8,300 shipments per hour.
Wow.
Which is a really significant amount, and that can really help speed up your process.
And like, what do you have in place that's allowing you to do something so efficient?
We keep investing in our infrastructure.
Okay.
You know, 97%, that's not perfect, and we always strive to perfection.
Okay.
There's always going to be human error, but that's why we invested about $80 million last year in our infrastructure, and just keep making sure the supply chain is quicker.
Well, 97% is definitely much more positive than what I've been experiencing, so that's at least some positive information.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's the highest in the industry.
I know. I'm just like, I've been like going back and forth between 60-70% in regards of like on-time deliveries, like a good experience versus the delays that have been frustrating. So
yeah, no, of course. And we also have our own custom brokers. So usually with other companies, when your shipment is in flight, is on its way over, when it lands, that's when it goes through customs. But with us, it goes through customs on its way. So right when it lands, it goes running and ships to your customer. Okay,
so you just deliver it once it gets here?
Correct.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it saves that much more time.
Okay. And the cost of the brokers, you say you have your own brokers, is that additional cost or like?
No, that's all included.
That's awesome. Okay.
Does that address your concern?
at least from the clearance standpoint, but like you said, things happen. I've been very experienced in a lot of unfortunate events with the shipping, so what I need from you is basically that guarantee that I have that representation, and if myself or my peers or my employees or Alex, for example, need that support as well, I'm gonna expect that from the provider that we're using now.
Yeah, no, of course. Well, as I said, we're 97%, and with us, no other company or no other supplier will touch your package when it's on its way over.
Okay.
It only goes to DHL employees.
That's good.
So there's no stress or anything there.
Okay, that's good.
And does that help you out?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, perfect. And the next issue that you had was with tracking.
Yes.
And just to let you know, with tracking with our system, that you get constant updates and emails, especially with something that's hundreds of thousands of dollars, such as that expensive Olympic equipment.
Right.
You have to have something like that so you know where it is, exactly where it is. And exactly.
So how much would that be additional?
It's all included in the cost.
Okay, good. Okay, sounds good for me.
Thank you. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, but there's another thing too where the tracking, obviously you give me more information, more breakdown, that's great, but I'm trying to find something a little bit more efficient with my day-to-day, because going online, throwing in a Waybill number, that ends up obviously basically breaking down my routine, the schedule that I would have, and I want something that's basically reaching out to us saying, hey, here's this issue, or hey, this is currently what's going on. It'll obviously expectations on arrival, because for me, I like to set expectations with my customer, and I like to obviously follow through on those expectations. So I want to make sure if something happens, I'm at least aware to communicate that and relieve that issue before it really becomes a bigger issue. So what do you have anything specific that my customers can get involved in as well, or?
Well, I can tell you that we have a 1 to 3 day guaranteed shipping, and if it doesn't arrive within those 3 days, if you submit a form within the first 30 days, we give you your money back guaranteed.
Okay.
Secondly, we have this really amazing process called web ship for exporting, and we also have another one for importing. So for importing, it's really easy. You put in all the addresses that you have, and it gives it back to you. So that way you don't have to keep processing and processing and processing.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot also with time. And with WebShip, there's a bunch of amazing features that comes with it, where it sends you, as I said earlier, the notifications, and you can add unlimited amount of receivers to it. And also here at DHL, we do, as I said earlier, we refund your money if it's not within that time frame, and it will still ship to your customer.
Well, that sounds good to me. Well, again, I'm still trying to avoid any frustration, so hopefully we don't have to be refunded.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Well, I'm always here for you, and if there's any issues like that, you can always reach out and contact me.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, no problem. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, for that initial aspect.
Is there anything else that I can help you with? Because I know our 15 minutes are almost up, and I know you're really stressed on time.
Yeah, so I was seeing if I could, I was looking forward to more information based on the trade lanes that we're currently using and working, because like I said, we lost a lot of money, we keep getting hit, and I'm trying to get costs down. So I'm really not trying to ship via cargo anymore, but I would do that if that's obviously I'm able to keep that cost down. So what exactly, how much is this going to cost me?
Well, as the ones that you sent earlier, first I want to know how much are you currently paying right now for your providers?
What we're paying right now, essentially, probably between $3,000 to $5,000 for importing a month.
Okay.
And for exporting, it's around maybe $500 to $1,000 weekly. Okay.
So with us, I calculated earlier the numbers that you sent me. We do, how we calculate numbers is by actual weight and dimensional weight. And this would be the cost per week. And this would be the cost per week, yeah, for that one. As that one's the one that's the most from China. And this would be the amount that for also. And you might look at it and say it's a little much, but with that, you're getting your money back with your customers, because you're not going to lose customers.
Right.
You're not going to have those bad reviews online. You're not going to be stressing about the Olympics a few days before about whether or not that is going to get to your competitor that's an Olympian competitor. And of course, as I know your 15 minutes are almost up, and I would love to come back at another time, maybe sometime next week, and go over the specifics with it and how we calculate it.
Okay, and could we clarify Mexico and Brazil into this proposal?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'll write that down right now. Mexico and Brazil?
Yeah, because like I said, we're piloting Mexico right now. I need to understand what those costs are going to be added into, and if everything looks great with that manufacturer, then I want to start shipping right away to Brazil and get our product line out there.
Okay, perfect. I'll make